Hey everybody, I'm JM,
And I'm Julie. And I'm Sammy.
and this is our tiny house of steel.
Woo!
Well, it was in... About a year ago, my wife and I were talking about building a tiny house, and I had this idea of what would happen if I put this prefab structure and put it on this flatbed trailer. Well, after scraping some savings together and coming up with several designs, we finally decided we were going to take the plunge. Now, from the beginning, we knew we were going to build our tiny house out of steel for a number of reasons. It's light, it's versatile, and it just looks so cool. But first things first, we needed to get a trailer. And luckily enough, they make really good trailers in Canada. Why so lucky? Well, it happens to be where I'm from. So we went to visit my cousin who lives in Kingston, Ontario, talked about it over some authentic Caribbean food, got some good advice on the way out, and soon enough, I was on my way back to New York with a brand new trailer. In the meantime, we'd ordered our steel building to fit the size of the trailer from a company called Steelmaster, and sure enough, it arrived when they said it would, and the whole thing fit on 4 pallets on the floor of the garage. So we then got to work prepping the bed of the trailer to fit the steel building's base plate connector, from which the steel arches would span from one end of the trailer to the other. The next step was to assemble the steel arches, which each come in 4 individual pieces. And as you can tell, for Team Tiny House of Steel, it was all hands on deck.
Okay, this one right next to it. Yep, exactly. Okay, good.
Hi.
Welcome to our tiny house of steel.
Cool.
Come on inside. So it's a complete open space here.
Okay. Yeah, it does
So
make
there's
it feel-
no supporting structure. There's
Yeah.
nothing here except the arch, which is
Yeah.
holding everything up.
Yeah.
So I like the feel of it already. There will be something of a storage and doubling as a staircase unit here. Just imagine like a little pyramid with a little opening here for the loft that will run across from one end to another. The advantage of building with the steel is that it makes this tiny house as light as it really can possibly be for the amount of square footage that we're using. So without trying to reinvent the wheel, there are some things that I think could be adapted from RV living. There are some things that could be adapted from mobile home living. The idea of being able to get the best of all worlds is, I think, something that we're after.